morning. My sister gave me an hoodie. First of all, it's pink. Second of all, it's the best thing I've ever worn. I can't believe I didn't design an hoodie. I'm not taking this off. Really good news. Today is the first day of fashion school. It's online, obviously, but excited to do fashion school online. And since it's based in Boston, for me it's gonna be from I think 6 to 9:30 with a half-an-hour break in between. Really excited for that, but since I'm gonna be working quite late, I'm trying to be chill this lovely morning. So I've been doing some editing, some TikToking. Hopefully I can do a little bit of sewing and pattern making throughout the day, but the weather's really nice, so I'm definitely gonna go on a long walk. And yeah, okay, I look if you haven't seen my TikToks, I get a lot of comments about how I look like Marinette. She's a Chinese and French fashion designer based in Paris who lives in a loft as well, and her flat's very pink and my flat's very pink. If you haven't seen all my pink kitchen stuff. So I get a lot of comments asking or just saying that I look like her and I remind people of her, which is completely fair. So I'm trying to do a cosplay of her today. These are the only pink trousers I have. This matches the color of her top. I wasn't gonna buy like the exact jeans and exact top that she has because I don't want to just like randomly buy pieces that I don't really need. But I just thought we would create her look. It's cute. I wouldn't wear this, but I'm gonna make a TikTok about it later. Look how cute this jacket is. Ah! I love a nice blazer. Anyways, so I'm starting fashion school today at 6 p.m. I'm getting a lot of the documents that we need for class, and I'm like starting to get scared because there's like a lot. I don't want to show too much because I don't know how much of it is like copyright and stuff, but it all just looks like very complicated. And I think we have done this before. These are sleeves. I've done sleeves before. The only thing is, okay, I'm taking level 2 of pattern making and construction, and you're meant to take like level 1 in the first semester and level 2 in the second semester. So you're only really meant to have a few weeks between level 1 and level 2. I took level 1 in the summer of 2019. It is 2020. It's been 2.5 years since I took the first level. So I really hope that I know what I'm doing. And I'm not even in person, so I can't even ask the teacher like what I'm doing wrong and whatnot. So I'm just gonna have to work extra hard to make sure that I'm doing everything right. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm also really excited. I feel a lot more energized now that I've taken the morning off. This happens all the time where I get like emotional because I'm tired, because I work too hard, and then like I crash and I take like a morning off or an afternoon off or an evening, or I do something for my mental health because I have no other choice. And a few hours later I'm like, maybe, just maybe, resting a little bit and taking care of myself and my mental health has done something good for my mental health. And it's just like this revelation that I keep making, and it's very frustrating because I feel like I never learn. I'm gonna finish doing some lunch stuff, and then I'm gonna get pattern making the bougie dress that I'm making. Here's what happens on a regular basis. I sit down, sew, and I need to cut the thread. I'm like, oh, I don't have any scissors, right? I go, I bring the scissors, I use them. Then I go to the ironing board, press, cut. I bring my scissors to cut things. I sit back down, I sew again. I'm like, oh, my scissors are gone again. So I've tied one of my scissors to the table, which means I can basically only use it at the table, and that is it. So I can't move it anymore. I'm really running out of things to say, aren't I? So I thought I would share with you. I have about 7 pairs of scissors, so you never really run out.
Hello, Melanie.
Hi,
How are you? I gotta turn the volume down on the other computer.
Okay.
Hi, Melanie. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I've moved to London, so I'm no longer in Scotland.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Good morning. I had my first fashion class, my first 2 fashion classes last night. It went really well. I've got a lot to do. I already have homework. I'm gotta get out there and do it. So I'm gonna go buy a printer today, and I need to buy loads of things that I didn't have. There are certain things like pattern paper that I tend to use, like off-branded things. For patterns, I use wrapping paper that I get from IKEA. It's really cheap, but it works. However, I want to use like proper pattern paper when I'm doing like proper stuff. I have a lot of sort of shopping stuff to do, so we're gonna go and do that. And I've got a cool event to go to, so I'm gonna take you guys along. Just as I know, I am doing some editing. I'm exactly a month behind my posting. That's not a bad thing at all, because I like film loads of things and I know it's gonna take time to figure out how to edit things and then post them. I realized last night by doing my classes that I have a lot to do in terms of fashion school, and I'm trying to make like a small collection and whatnot. So I think I'm gonna continue filming stuff, but I think the general posting thing of currently posting twice a week might slow down to like once a week, and I might then later post a lot more YouTube videos. I'm gonna continue filming, but I don't think that anything is really that time sensitive. It's gonna be a lot on my plate, and those are the things that tend to really burn me out. And I love doing all of this, I really do, but I just only have like 24 hours in a day, and I need to take care of my mental health, and I need to take care of my physical health. I don't think that anyone cares. I am making like active decisions to scale down certain things so I have space to do more things. That is all. How was it? So fine. So fine. It's amazing. Oh my god. Hello, I am in the best mood ever. I just came back from my SoulCycle class because Clean Kitchen and Shreddy are doing a collaboration launch, so I got to do a class and it was so much fun. I took my friend Margot with me, so refreshing. I'm in my flat all the time and it was just so nice to go out there and spend time in a space that was so energetic and positive and wonderful. I am starving, so I'm gonna have my wrap, but I got a printer. Now, I don't like printers. I didn't want to get a printer. The idea of getting a printer stressed me out, but I went to Ryman's. And then I just got some paper. So I need the paper and the printer for fashion school because we're getting a lot of the patterns that we're working with. A lot of the homeworks are just like templates that you print out and you sew very specific things to learn how to do them without making a whole garment. And so in class last night, I was like, do I need to print these out? And he was like, basically, yeah. Hello there. What a beautiful day. If you haven't been here before, welcome. This is the upstairs bit of my flat. I'm not gonna show you what it looks like because it's messy because it's just a bunch of boxes and things. But sometimes when the sunset is nice, I like to come up here because the window up there and I sit and do a bit of work. So we're gonna do that. Contrary to popular belief, my bedroom is not here. I don't have a bed here. Okay, so in fashion design you use it's called different things in different countries, which is frustrating. I have found out that it's called Manila card here in the UK. I was told it was called oak tag back in the US, so that's confusing. And there's a store that has it, like it's like a family run. It's called William G, and it's a family run sort of sewing supply business. And I was hoping I could just buy it online. However, they are out of stock, but I just called and they said they have got a little bit left in the store, so I'm gonna go back to the store tomorrow. I think actually that's fine because the delivery was like £8 as well, so it's probably better for me to go on my own. I made a list of things that I need. Printer, done. Oak tag, tomorrow. Pattern paper, I'm just gonna go to the store tomorrow. I need thread for the gold fabric because I don't have any. Muslin, I'm gonna do that online right now. If you're looking for muslin, which is like the beige fabric that I work with, you like use it a lot and obviously costs money, so I try to use the ones that are basically the cheapest but also like isn't too flimsy, because the whole point is it can be used as a pattern paper, like a pattern base. And I'm just trying to find the last one I ordered on Amazon. £53, just purchased 4 times. It's called On Trend Fabrics Calico 100% unbleached cotton fabric, 150 centimeters wide, medium weight, cream color, sold by the meter. It's £2.75 per meter. I think last time I bought 50 meters and I think I'm gonna do the same. Free delivery by next week. Okay, that's fine. I still have a bunch left. Anyways, that's where I get my fabric. Also, so if you're ever looking for cheap alternatives, this depends on the store, and I have found it in some places and I have not found it in other places. But I think it was in Dundee where they were selling a lot of curtains in a charity shop for £2. Everything was $1.99, and so I went and got loads. Also, I just want to say, a week ago today, I was going through a bit of a tough time emotionally. Something had happened and I needed to take a lot of time to process it, which is why I wasn't vlogging last week. But Like it's been a week and I am doing so much better emotionally. I'm already feeling like a lot like myself, and even more. Last week was really difficult, but there was a lot of like residual just anxiety from different things, and just like feeling unsure about myself and unsure about the future. Like in general, I wasn't like miserable, but I wasn't happy either. And I'm just really happy that I'm back on track, and it feels really good. And I feel like it's that feeling of seeing an old friend, but it's yourself. Like you haven't felt this way in a while, and you're just like, oh, I forgot this is how it felt. And you look at yourself and you see a reflection of yourself like smiling in the mirror, and you're like, ah, that's the one. I'm doing so well. Also, wait. I bought this 2 days ago, and it's finally come. So cute. It's one of those address erasers. Like I get a lot of packages, right? And basically you like roll it on and it like completely hides your address. I just think it just looks so cute. Adorable. I'm making a public playlist of all my favorite happy songs. If you have any songs that make you feel very happy, I'm gonna add them all to the Spotify playlist and we can all listen to it. I also really want inspiration for some new songs. If you have anything, comment them down below, and then I will add the link to the Spotify playlist in my bio. I'm girl bossing. I am feeling an overwhelming amount of happiness. I'm so excited. Everything's so exciting, mostly because this is one of the homeworks that I have for fashion school. And I was scared that the proportions was gonna be weird, but look, the seam allowance is exactly what it's meant to be, and I get to do fashion school. And I was texting my friend Manal, and she's always so sweet. Manal, if you're watching, I love you. And I've just, like, so many of my close friends have been so supportive of sort of me chasing my dreams. And I don't necessarily like talk to every single one of them every single day. I'm so blessed to be surrounded by such wonderful people. People say that you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. And I think the reason why I've been succeeding so far and I'm happy and I'm doing so well is because I have been so lucky to surround myself with friends who believe in me and who support me and who are kind and who are just so positive. And I miss this feeling. I'm done looking over my shoulder. Right, I've drawn on where I want the piping to be. I am going to cut this out, all the pieces. I've also labeled them and taken a photo, just so I don't forget how they get together. I'm gonna cut them out, add seam allowance to the pieces that don't have seam allowance. So because like the hem side seams already have seam allowance on them, so I'm gonna add basically all the yellow, like the yellow seams need an extra bit of seam allowance. And then I'm going to transfer each pattern piece to paper, and then I can cut it out with the, what did I decide on? I think I did a layer of muslin and then the lining and then the white fabric, the curtains. So I am starving, however, and I'm really craving cheesy chips. So I've got the chips in the oven. I think I'm just gonna go buy a bag of cheese and make myself some cheesy chips. Are you kidding me? It looks so ugly yet so good. Life is amazing. I'm gonna add more cheese. I don't think this is enough cheese. I have been watching Singles Inferno, and oh my goodness, I love it. Anyways, I have a bit of a headache, so I'm gonna stop working for now. I know I didn't do much, but sometimes the fashion design, like drawing the lines on the dress took up so much like emotional energy, because I had to, like, they're like decision making, right? But when you just have to cut and do things, it's often a lot easier. So I'm really hoping that tomorrow I can start cutting and making the patterns. And what a big day tomorrow, because I've got class, and also I think I have a meeting, so I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna get my ratatouille that I'm gonna dip into. I won't be getting over it.